Hey guys, welcome to Maggie's Mashup. Thank you guys for coming out tonight. We are actually raising money, or Westside is too, for Santa Monica Firefighters Fund. Let's give them a applause. Yeah. You know, I am so glad you guys came tonight because, I wasn't even sure if the show was going to happen, right? With everything that's been going on. But it turns out we all need to laugh even when there's an apocalypse, Yeah. But in all sincerity, at times like this, community and laughter are so important to partake in. I'm just so grateful to be here with you guys. I live in Santa Monica, and I did have to evacuate, and it is the quickest I've ever gotten in the car. Yeah. I think the next time we're late for school, I'm just going to scream, "Fire, fire, fire!" I'm sorry if that was too soon for some of you. Didn't want to trigger your PTSD. But you know what? It's amazing when you evacuate, you really find out what's important to you. Like, I took my dogs. My older son took the photo albums, and my younger son Jasper took his bomb. Yeah. And this has really changed the way I parent. We used to sit down at the table and say grace. Now we say fuck it. It's even changed the way I parent my 20-year-old son. I used to be like, when are you going to stop smoking weed? And now I'm like, when are you going to come home with weed? Yeah. So I'm a single mom, but I do surprisingly well on dating apps, and I think it's because my profile says that I don't want kids. Then they find out it's because I have 4. Yeah, I know 4 sounds like a lot, and it is, but I love being a mom. And you know what they say about having kids? It's a lot like making pancakes. First one's kind of fucked up. Probably should have thrown it away. I can see there are a lot of first pancakes out there tonight. But I think having kids is a lot more like eating pancakes. You always regret having your 4th one. In case you guys are wondering, none of my pancakes like that joke. And when you have 4 kids, everyone thinks you have a favorite. And that's ridiculous. I love all my children. I mean, I don't like any of them, but I love them all. And recently, my favorite son, Jackson, just moved back in with me. He's actually here tonight. Yeah, he's very brave. You can buy him a drink later. And him moving back in with me has made it a lot easier for me to hit on his friends. Don't worry, Chase, you're safe tonight. But having an adult child live with you is a real role reversal. Like, at some point, I walked in on all of my kids as teenagers having sex or masturbating. But the other day, my son Jackson walked in on me and my boyfriend, and I was so embarrassed because my sex swing was on backwards. See, he's still embarrassed. But you know what? That's what you get when you're one of those psychos who knocks while you're entering. Yeah. Guilty as charged, right? But having him move back in with me has been really great because he shares so much with me now. He does. He shares so much with me. Like the other day, he told me that every girl he's ever been with has asked him to choke her. And I was like horrified, right? He wants to choke me right now. I was horrified, and I told one of my girlfriends about this, and she's like, well, did you tell him that was okay? And I was like, the choking part or the telling me about it part? Oh boy, you guys, 2025. What a year, right? I wish it was over already. Yeah. Or maybe we need a reboot. Like maybe February 1st should be the first, like Chinese New Year, right? But does anybody have any good New Year's resolutions? Or anyone? No one? No one. Yeah, you know why I think New Year's resolutions don't work? It's because too many people do resolutions where they're like negative. It's about taking something away. No carbs, no drinking, no fun. But I think, like, if you just make a resolution about adding things to your life that give you joy, it works great. Like, so this year, I'm just going to sing and dance and call my mom a cunt. Yeah, you know what? I'm from the South, you guys, and which is a great place to be from. And Southerners are just so nice to your face. Yeah. I remember, are you from the South? The last time I was home, a friend I grew up with, came up to me and she was like, Margaret, you just look so good for your age. And I just laughed it off, right? And then I slept with her husband. And my mom is like a real Southern belle. I mean, she is the worst at this. The last time I saw her, she was like, you look so cute, I hardly recognized you. Yeah. For 30 years, I thought I had anxiety. It turned out I just needed to stop talking to my mom. But you know what? I feel like we all need something to look forward to. And as a woman, I've decided this year I am going to look forward to Valentine's Day. All you guys are probably, oh God, Valentine's Day, don't remind me. But I hope Valentine's Day goes better than it did last year for me. Last year I broke up with my boyfriend. And Valentine's Day is one of those holidays when you're in a shitty relationship, it just shines a spotlight on it. So this guy, he showed up at my house, and he showed up with a half-eaten box of chocolate, a wilted rose, and told me he wanted to take me out for one drink. And then he proceeded to tell me I was too masculine. And I was like, fine, I'll just take my dick and leave. After that, I had to sage my whole body, because I have to admit I'm a little new agey. But I'm also practical. So I have crystals for my anxiety, and I take Xanax. And I get my house feng shui just in case it works, and I take Xanax. And I have a ton of Buddhas in my house. And don't mention I snort Xanax. Sorry, Jackson. But nobody ever tells you when you give birth that you're actually giving birth to your biggest critic. My kids critique dinner like they're Gordon Ramsay on Hell's Kitchen. They'll be like, this sucks, that's crap, and you look like shit. And that's just when we go to Nobu. But I do feel like it's important with kids to take the high road, right? And teach by example. Just the other day, my 13-year-old was like, you have a flat butt. And I was like, well, that may be true, but it's better than having a flat chest, nerd. Yeah, 13. She is actually turning 14 soon. And she gave me a PowerPoint wish list of everything she wanted. This child asked for gifts like she's pitching a Fortune 500 company for investment. She was like, I'd like you guys to all join me in the conference room. And we were like, Sadie, this is the garage. She's like, it is now. For just $5,000, this could be a state-of-the-art gymnastics training room. So I bought her a jump rope and told her to go fuck herself. She just started a new school, and I'm not one of those parents who normally helps their kids too much with their homework. I believe in letting them do them themselves. But she had this really hard writing assignment where she had to write a horror story with plot twists. And I'm a writer, so I thought I would just help her just a little bit. And before I knew it, we got a 99 out of 100. Yeah. And the teacher was like, Sadie, this story is so amazing. What inspired you to write about menopause? Speaking of menopause, I turned 50 this year. Woo! I love getting applause for being alive. Thank you guys. You know what? People are surprised in this town, especially, that I don't lie about my age, but I don't mind being 50. I like it. Now, if you tell me I look like I'm 50, I'll fucking fight you. And some people don't like their birthday because it makes them feel old, too old. But you know what? I really like it. I mean, I feel like I'm still young, I'm still vibrant, I'm still dating 26-year-olds. It's okay to laugh at that. Just even though he's here, his friends are laughing. But you know what? It's kind of sad dating younger guys because you always know there's an expiration date, right? Because they're bound to say something insensitive, do something stupid, get grounded. That guy laughed a little too loud. Is it past your bedtime? But you know what? I try to be really romantic with these guys, so I write all poetry. Now, it's always the same poem. But would you guys like to hear it? Yeah, okay. Roses are red, violets are blue. I'm twice your age, but I'll buy an Xbox for you. I have been a little worried because I bought 11 Xboxes this year, and none of them were for my children. Fun fact, you know, they call it an Xbox because all of my exes have one. You know what? When you get to be this age, your hormones go crazy. And my doctor actually prescribed testosterone, which is amazing. I mean, you guys have really been holding out on me. I mean, I feel like a teenage boy. I'm moody, I'm breaking out, I'm masturbating in socks. But you know what? The testosterone also made me lose a lot of weight. And people always think I'm on Ozempic. And I'm like, that is ridiculous. I would never admit that. And people are always saying to me now, oh, Maggie, you look so good. Like, what have you been doing? And I'm like, having a midlife crisis. Yeah. But you know what? Losing weight is great and all until you happen to get a glimpse of your naked butt in the mirror. And then it's a reason to never, ever do doggy style again. I feel like it's not that I don't like my body now, but I feel like, you know, it's hard not to compare it to what it was like before. And I feel like my butt now is kind of like a bouncy house that's been at a kid's birthday party too long. Yeah, it's sad, deflated, and you know way too many people have played with it. You guys look scared. That's how I know you're picturing my butt. Yeah. You know what? When you get to be this age, you know, it's kind of sad because it's almost like men find you, it's like you're invisible to men. But even women perpetuate this stereotype. Even my own daughter. The other day she said to my 26-year-old boyfriend, "Why are you with her? She's so old." And I was like, because he has mommy issues and he wants an Xbox. Now shut up. But there is one thing that scares me about getting older. It's old ladies' hands. My mom sent me a picture of her hand the other day, and it was so pale and veiny. For a sec, I thought it was a dick pic. Guys are so ridiculous about dick pics. They'll be like, "Baby, it's just for you." And I'm like, yeah, just for me and all my girlfriends and gay friends and that one chatty barista. Yeah. Jackson, aren't you glad you came to the show tonight? Yeah. Because you're here, I think it's time to reminisce. You know, when Jackson... You guys want to hear the story, right? So when Jackson was in 11th grade, I overheard him telling his younger brother, who was 4 years younger, that he should never, ever go down on a girl, that it was gross. And as a mom and a feminist, I was really horrified by this. So I took him into the living room and I sat him down and I pulled up some instructional videos on YouTube. Now, they probably shouldn't have been videos of me. But my heart was in the right place. And but you know what? It didn't have a lasting impact. I think they really enjoyed the videos because my younger son just injured his neck going down on a girl. So, you know, you didn't do lasting damage, Jackson. Now back to dick pics, a more comfortable subject. Do you guys like dick pics? No. She's shaking her head no. She just won't admit it because she's with a guy. It's okay. All right. Anybody like them? I know you guys send a lot of them. Yes, right? He sends a lot. Yeah, you really like to show it off. Yeah. You know what? I like dick pics. They don't turn me on, but they do cheer me up. Yeah. And I've seen some really creative ones. I bet you're really creative. I've seen dicks photographed next to wine bottles and salad tongs. But by far my favorite was a dick photographed next to a bottle of Lysol. I was like, ooh, big and clean. Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah. I haven't been getting enough dick pics lately. It's probably because Jackson's around. That's why I like to give my number out at shows, guys. It's 867-5309. Does anybody know this number? Yeah, you guys look old enough to know that number. Maybe you can sing with me. You guys sing with me? 8675309. 8675309. I'll scroll through your dick pics while I drink my wine. 8675309. I don't really think your girlfriend will mind. 8675309. Thank you for enduring the impromptu karaoke. Yes. I love getting that number at shows because I know someone thinks it's my real number and they're young enough for me. It is time for the show. Are you guys ready?